Family, what's up? Kyle Henderson, Bama football on YouTube. Coming to you guys from Catfish, right? Little Catfish Heaven. I told you guys that I would check it out. Here it is in all its glory. I went inside. I had some wings. They were absolutely phenomenal. I'll put some over kind of as an overlay right now. I had the hot honey, and man, they were delicious. The service was great. They were really nice. Definitely recommend you check it out. So over here in Tuscaloosa, it is hot as hell. That's what I'm saying, man. I know like, you guys are talking about Tallahassee, that it's going to be equally as hot. Yeah, it's hot as hot, right? I think when you look to Alabama right now, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about clearly, is as we've gotten through 12 practices, you start to look at major storylines going into what I feel is another pivotal scrimmage, right? But I think the biggest storyline, and we'll start there, is Ty Simpson, right? Ty Simpson being the guy. And I think with Ty Simpson being the quarterback, it's not shocking news, but I think it is a great direction for us to pivot off of, because, man, this is a guy who is loyal. This is a guy who worked. This is a guy who earned the job. And look, when you earn something, the teammates will follow you and they'll support you because you earned it, right? You weren't given it. So a lot of positive storylines with Ty Simpson. I'm happy for him. And I've asked you guys inside the comment box many different times, how many yards do you think that Ty Simpson will throw for this coming season? Do you think it's going to be over 3,500 yards? I don't know. We haven't had a quarterback throw for 3,000 yards in a few years. So I'm hopeful for a really good season for him. And will the other quarterbacks get opportunities? Maybe. You know, they got to. At some point during the season, there's going to be opportunities for the other quarterbacks to get opportunities. So, you know, whenever they are called on, you have to be able to step up. The photo of Jam Miller was ridiculous. I keep on talking about him. I've been talking about him for such a long time. I've been talking about him for this is like the third year I've been talking about him. I'm glad that he's starting to get the notoriety, right? I'm glad that people are starting to talk about him. And it was Ryan Grubb, really, that was kind of the first guy that was like, yo, Jam is the man. 100%, man. Raise your hand inside the comment box if you think you could tackle him. 220 pounds. And that's not to diminish any of the other running backs in the room. It's just Jam is Jam, bro. All the running backs can catch the football very well out of the backfield, which I think is pivotal and kind of a prerequisite, obviously, to play in the offense. But, man, Jam Miller is a monster, 100%. I think the storylines at receiver, they're wonderful, and it kind of goes past the main three, right? Ryan, Jeremy, and Isaiah. But the storylines underneath that, man, you got one of the better storylines in all of college football coming your way with the return of Jalen Hell. How many yards will Jalen Hell catch for? Who the hell knows, man? But to even think that that guy is back following his injury is literally remarkable, right? Man, Rico Scott, 23.5 miles an hour. My goodness, right? Jalen Mbakwe, he's making plays. My goodness, right? We were like, I was wondering, how is Jalen Mbakwe going to fit in? Yo, he's been killing it, right? Great. Cole Adams, everybody heard that he had an outstanding play at the scrimmage. Bubba Hampton, you know, Derek Meadows. That wide receiver room is ridiculous. And I guess Lazier Brooks is back at practice, right? So that's good news for the freshman. The tight end room, I want to see if we have a playmaker. I'm challenging the tight end room right now outside of Catfish Heaven to see if there's going to be a tight end that is a playmaker. Maybe it's one of these young cats as a freshman. Now, look, I love me some Josh Cuevas. And I'm excited for some of the things that I saw last year. But I kind of like Marshall Pritchett and Caleb Edwards. So tight end, I still think we have to see something from them. So who knows? And I don't know. I wouldn't bet that we still run a lot of 12 personnel. That's 2 tight end set this year. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. Offensive line, I mean, what's going on with Jaden Roberts? Is this something that, we're making kind of a mountain out of a molehill on? Is this guy injury prone? We got to get things tightened up there. And the only way that we're going to really understand if the offensive line has made progress is to see the offensive line in action. Florida State is really excited about running a 3-3-5. Tony White, their defensive coordinator, this is a no-nonsense guy who I think has a lot of confidence in his abilities, and he should. But we'll see, right? You got to keep them clean. You got to keep Ty upright, and you got to create holes for these running backs. So let me ask you, what's your confidence level on a scale of 1 to 10 with the running back, with the offensive line? Confidence level on the offensive line on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay. I think as we go to the defensive side of the ball, you got TK, Tim Keenan, you got Jeremiah Beeman, some other guys that are coming along, right? Kelby Collins, Stephen Boumwa, Isaiah Faga, right? Guys like that are starting to emerge a little bit. I like the D-line. The bandit position, you got LT Overton, who, my goodness, I can't even believe he's returning. I think he'll have a stellar season. I really do. And I think that he's going to lead the team in sacks. Do you think it'll be him or Quay Rusaw that leads the team in sacks? Sound off. Keon Keeley, heard he looked amazing at the scrimmage. Jordan Renaud, don't sleep on him. That wolf position is ridiculous. Yanzi Pierre, all the way to Noah Carter to Justin Hill. It is crazy. It is so, so talented. The secondary, Kane Womack was talking about Cam Calhoun having the juice as they battle out for the Husky position. The corners are absolutely loaded. Damani, Zabian, Dejon Lee, the safeties, Bray, Keon Sabb. And I guess, look, the only thing that Greg McElroy was talking about when he left the scrimmage, because he said that he was absolutely impressed, but that he has concerns about the special team. Me too. These guys have never played, right, together in big games. That doesn't mean that they can't, come with it. So that's another thing that we are just going to have to wait and see. Hopefully these guys show up, because the first game of the season is on the road and these guys didn't play well on the road. But I'm confident, fam. I'm confident. I'm excited. I'm optimistic as I look forward that this is going to be a promising year. And this isn't a gas up video. Everything that I said here, I definitely have some opinions, but a lot of it would be hard to kind of rebuttal because this is really what's happening, right? So good things as, we turn the page into this next season. But I wanted to get out of my office for a little while. I wanted to come kick it. I wanted to grab something to eat. And I know you guys have been telling me to come over here to Catfish Heaven. So I haven't had the catfish yet. The wings were like, I love wings. The wings here, I guess they were similar in size to like Buffalo Phil's. They weren't like the big wings that you have at bomb hours, right? They were a little bit smaller, which I wasn't, bothered by because they have a lot of taste. So check them out. I appreciate you guys supporting me as you guys always do. Thank you so much. Every show, every video, every single time I step on the platform is such an opportunity to talk Alabama football, and every single show is crafted from my heart. I never go off script. I basically just kind of ad-lib all of my shows, and it's always fun to interact with all of you guys coming to us from all over really the globe. So I just want to continue to say that I am appreciative of you guys watching my content and supporting the content, and just really excited for this coming season. So with that said, coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama, outside of Catfish Heaven, Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Stay blessed, stay where your feet are at, and I'll catch you as news happens. See you, fam.